It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse Jonathan Taylor closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Colts and the Titans, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 29, Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, Mayfield.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
1st and 10 now, Willis and the Titans.
At their own 13. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 41-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's brought down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Henry is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. Here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Mayfield down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to Back deep, Jarvis Landry. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. This defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
This is caught. It's Woods. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. Bulldozes past him. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's out right at the 25. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. 1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Here's Willis. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down and 4. Willis. And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Mayfield hits his target. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, set.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd down. Willis looks to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Holding. Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Willis to throw. Pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Willis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down throw coming by Willis. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give for Taylor running right side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Mayfield. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Runs over it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin to drive.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Willis looking to throw it. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the counter, it's Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Landry now on the return. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games.
Back now in Indianapolis.
Hey, check that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Play action. Willis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10 now, Willis and the Titans. At about the 32. They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
On 2nd and 7, Willis, and he fires one incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. A good throw here, finding Pascal. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now Mayfield. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Flush to his right. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none.
And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A first down carry for Henry. Brought down at the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Inside handoff, Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Titans,